Another day, another drama. I'm Sebastian Williams, and in today's episode of Keeping Up with the Beauty Gurus, James Charles responds to Tati Westbrook. Girl, yesterday the internet broke once again. This video will not be on someone's particular side. I will not choose sides on who is better or who is worse today. I also want to quickly highlight, please keep in mind the comment section. I am on no one's side at this point, and I hope that if you do choose sides, please respect opinions. I won't be talking about Jeffrey just yet because Jeffrey has mentioned that he will respond soon, so I'd rather wait for him to respond first. So again, no hate. Alright, let's get into it, guys. So yesterday James uploaded a video called No More Lies. And he included a screenshot of conversation to help his argument, and he basically just wanted to tell his side of the story. We've seen Tati's side, we've seen Jeffrey respond, and we've only seen James' response when he uploaded a Tati video, which was a very emotional video that he uploaded right after Tati uploaded her first video called Bye Sisters. So James first starts to talk about the situation that got it all started, the sugar bear hair drama. Alright, let's take a look what James had to say about that situation.
When I felt unsafe in the situation, I panicked and I texted Nikita and asked her if she had a connection to the Sugar Bear Hair team that could potentially help me out. Nikita replied right away, and she gave the Sugar Bear Hair team my personal phone number, to which they reached out to me and offered to come rescue me with a pass and backstage access and security to make sure that I was okay.
So he had to come up with a very clever story and didn't tell me right when he got back. But
no money was involved, and with no time to negotiate, in a panic, I signed. Monday, April 22nd, which was one day after Coachella, I was due to post my stories based on my contract.
A sponsored post went up to have a text like, "Hey mom, love you, I'm stressed. Just so you know, XYZ, I just did this post, but it's no big."
Before posting my stories, I actually did text Tati first out of respect for her, giving her heads up about the sponsorship, but she was immediately upset. Tati had uploaded all of her Instagram stories of her crying, talking about the friends in the community that haven't really supported her, how she was alone, and how she felt very, very hurt and betrayed. Very quickly, people put two and two together and realized that this was clearly about me. I want to discuss a few of the things in Tati's video that were misleading and false.
Alright, so James provided a lot of proof here. So what we know is that he did in fact text Tati a day after the Sugar Bear promotion. Tati said that it took him 9 days to respond. Also, James says that he specifically chose the Sugar Bear product that was not skin or hair boost because those are what Tati's products are. So he chose the product that was focused on anxiety, which Tati did not have yet. He also explicitly mentioned he was sorry for taking the sponsorship prior to Tati's Snapchat story. And what is also a fact is that James did in fact promote Tati's brand Halo Beauty a couple of times, both on his channel and on Snapchat and also on Twitter. Moreover, he tried to contact Tati countless times to try and talk it out, but Tati did not respond. He also showed screenshots about him getting the sponsorship. This also confirms Nikita's screenshots, who showed them a few days before. Again, you can agree or disagree, but please, I beg you, please stay kind. If you don't agree, fine. If you do agree, great. I feel like James did actually apologize and that the sponsorship was in fact a rescue from Coachella. The only valid option I could think of otherwise was that he could have left Coachella. However, when you and your friends already drove there and got a house there, I highly doubt you'll leave. Like, you're chilling with your friends, and if you have the possibility to stay, then you'll do that. And I also think that there was in fact a dangerous situation. Look at this clip of James at Playlist Live a few years ago where he got swarmed by people, and this was when he was like at a few million subscribers. And can you imagine if he would have walked in Coachella right now with no proper security with 16 million subscribers? Like, I can understand that he would get swarmed.
Look at these people. James Charles is in the middle of that.
But I think what he failed to acknowledge in this video is that Tati was hurt he chose a fun weekend of Coachella over his friendship. Because Tati is correct, it will hurt her brand. If people buy one vitamin brand, they will stick with it and not choose another brand. So it wouldn't just hurt Tati in the short run, but also in the long run. And therefore, Tati was upset. So I think that there were a few different conflicts of interest here, especially since there was no real money involved. But James wanted to enjoy Coachella, but got attacked, and Tati would lose potential customers. So So that's kind of what happened. Again, I'm not choosing anyone's side in this situation. Okay, I did ask you guys' opinion on James's new video, and I will read some of your guys' comments now. Someone said it was very scripted and planned out in my opinion. His video was monetized, and if you look in the description box, he has the suicide hotline for sympathy. He gave major attitude, eye rolls, etc. and blamed Tati and Jeffree for everything. He didn't take any responsibility. Still cancelled. Someone replied with, yes, he chose certain screenshots to fit his narrative of the victim, especially the sugar bear thing. Tati never said James lied, she just said she didn't believe the story was true and that's her choice to not believe it, but now he's trying to say she lied. Someone also said he has his receipts, the guy has all the rights to defend himself in this mad con of negativity, and honestly he did a great job addressing his side of the story. Okay, moving on to the next situation James talked about. Here James talked about his mother.
No tears this time. My mom is the strongest woman I have ever met. She is kind, she is creative, and she is caring. She's helped me so much in the past, and when I've made a mistake, she has never turned to public humiliation as a form of punishment. All that being said, I love my mom, and I think she's doing a damn good job.
Okay, so James talked about his mother is kind and caring. It was not her intention to publicly shade Tati. However, the fact is that she did do that. And it's also a fact that it hurt Tati when his mother liked and commented shady things. So I'm sure it was not intentional for her to do that. I think she wanted to protect her son.
I know you want to defend me and fight for me and go off on comments, but I ask that you don't. This is my problem that I got myself into, and this is my job to deal with this.
However, I do think James could have apologized for his mother's behavior. It is a fact that she shaded Tati publicly, especially when Tati has mentioned that her mother was thankful for Tati looking out for James.
When James Charles's parents left my home, Christy, you grabbed my hand and you said, thank you for looking out for my boys, keep looking out for them.
So therefore I think he could have apologized, but I do understand that James is not responsible for his mother's behavior. Alright, in this next clip James talks about the Seattle boy. He refers here to the birthday dinner that they went to with Tati and Jeffree when they went to surprise her for her birthday in Seattle in February.
God, you tried to trick a straight man into thinking he's gay.
The next day, Sam slid into my DMs first and I happened to see it. We started talking back and forth and he mentioned that he was flattered by me flirting with him. That being said, I have never and would never and will never use my fame, money, or power to manipulate or get any sexual actions from a guy, saying that he was fully gay and needed to talk to me about something important, just like Tati leaving out many, many details. Point being, everything that happened in the hotel room was 100% consensual. And Sam texted me saying he was fully gay, but it was a trap to get me on FaceTime so he could illegally record the conversation to include in the video that he was planning later on.
James talked about the Seattle situation here. Tati has said that James has said some explicit stuff about away there while they were having dinner, and Tati felt so uncomfortable that she had to call her friends the next day to apologize. Now, James says that this was not true. Unfortunately, we weren't there and we cannot confirm who is correct here. Tati could have blown it out of proportion, James can lie, we don't know, we weren't there. However, we can talk about the Seattle boy situation. So James showed receipts to prove that whatever him and the Seattle boy did was consensual. The guy messaged James first, they both agreed to kiss, and the guy admitted that he was gay. And the guy also recorded a FaceTime conversation between him and James. Regarding the FaceTime phone call, I looked it up. It is in fact illegal both in Seattle as well as in California to record a conversation without consent of all parties involved. So this means that the Seattle guy did in fact illegally record a conversation without James' knowledge, and this is in fact illegal. But of course, there was a tweet that went viral last night. It got almost 100k likes, I think. So let's take a look at that. So someone tweeted, James Charles edited his receipts. Y'all look like fools subscribing to him again.
May 2nd, May 3rd. I don't want to get hurt anymore. I don't want to get hurt anymore. Continue the conversation. May 2nd again. How the fuck?
This, however, has been debunked already, so when you move to a different time zone, the dates switch. James also responded to this tweet. I took some screenshots when I was in Australia and some when I was back in Los Angeles. Why in the world would I add a screenshot knowing the other person could post the real ones? You're looking for problems at this point. Move on. So again, everything that James did with the boy in Seattle is consensual if we believe the receipts that James is showing. It's also confirmed by the Seattle boy himself because he made a video where he kind of said that it was in fact consensual because they kissed and then he left. This is actually important because James claims that Jeffrey has said that he trapped the Seattle boy in his hotel room.
I've already cleared up Sam and our night together being 100% consensual. He was absolutely not trapped in a hotel room.
So with the evidence provided right now, we can conclude that the Seattle boy is in fact not harassed by James Charles, if I believe the screenshots from James. He also touches upon the point in the fact that he uses this phrase called "I'm famous" or "I'm a celebrity" as a joke, and that is what caused confusion with Tati. Looking at it from an unbiased perspective, I can see that Tati could have misinterpreted this joke completely. Imagine James sitting at the dinner table and being like, "Doesn't matter, I'm a celebrity." If you don't know that that is a joke, it can come off a very wrong way. We do, however, know that there is more to the story than that is currently being said. In respect to what Tati said, I do actually think that there was misunderstanding between Tati and James there. Alright, so let's move on to what James had to say about Zara Larsson.
Zara Larsson, who's a pretty big singer, tweeted saying that I messaged her boyfriend multiple times knowing he was straight. And this tweet got almost 500,000 likes before it was deleted. I'd say that it was only one message, but it was way too late because the media had already ran with it saying that I was harassing straight men and wouldn't leave him alone. Had I known that he was dating Zara Larsson, I clearly never would have messaged him in the first place, but this is all very hypocritical considering this is how Zara Larsson found her boyfriend.
Alright, so Zara Larsson did in fact tweet about James Charles. She tweeted how James slid into her boyfriend's DMs multiple times, and she later came to the conclusion that it was only once, and she retweeted that. So James shows the DMs that he sent to Zara Larsson's boyfriend. He sent his message on June 14th. However, on June the 10th, her boyfriend Brian posted this. This was at the time one of his most recent pictures, so James could have missed this post and thought Brian was hot and single, but seeing that Brian posted about his girlfriend 4 days before James slid into her DM, James then said that Zara Larsson found his boyfriend on the internet, and he states he finds it hypocritical that she's allowed to, but James is not. So if James saw the post that Brian posted on June 10th, then he could have known that he had in fact a girlfriend because it was a very lengthy post about how he appreciated his girlfriends. Alright guys, those were all the situations that I wanted to talk about. Again, I will talk about the Jeffrey situation in a later video because Jeffrey will still have to respond, so I will be going into detail more about that. Again, this is an unbiased video. I am on no one's side. Also, definitely let me know your argumented opinions in the comment section. Please stay civil, please stay kind in the comment section, and if you have something to say, please just use logical arguments. Again, no hate towards anyone in this video. I respect everyone and I don't want any beef with anyone. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Alright, bye guys.